Yeah.
I just want to bring up
of politics is like finding out how a hot dog's made. You don't want to know.
Basically.
I'm just going to bring up a quick comment because I think this particular person has been waiting a while for me to ask this. Adam Wofford, how you doing? Hey guys, what do you think the new KITT might be in the remake? At the moment, Adam, I haven't heard anything with regards to what car KITT is likely to be, especially if what is to believe that, you know, the Knight Rider reboot from the Weinstein Company is supposed to be a comedy-driven movie. Honestly, if I had things my way, I would take the current Chevy Camaro because it's the closest thing to the Trans Am from the original series and just try and make it look similar, but not make it look similar, if that makes any sense. You know, have these little subtle references and hints to the original, but allow the car to be its own thing. You know, be an homage, not a straight up copy.
Now, what would be the last car you would ever want KITT to be, MJ?
That is a very...
A dune buggy?
The what?
Dune buggy.
No, didn't they do that in an episode of Celebrity Deathmatch where Hasselhoff called upon KITT for assistance?
Yes.
And he's actually...
Yes. Oh my God, yeah.
My suggestion for worst car model would be a Volkswagen Beetle.
Oh,
that's beautiful.
That's too much Bumblebee.
I was gonna say Herbie the Love Bug.
Oh, jeez, no.
Honestly, I think at this stage, like I say, I'm sticking with the Chevy Camaro. And little known fact, particularly in the 80s, the Trans Am and Camaro actually shared 85% of their parts with each other. So that's why whenever you look at a Camaro and a Trans Am from the 80s, there is enough similarity to where if nobody knew that the two cars were separate entities, for lack of a better word, they wouldn't be able to tell them apart. Particularly, I don't know if too many people have seen the Top Gear special where they go across from Florida to Louisiana. The challenge is, can you buy, not rent, a car for under $1,000? And James May ends up buying I think like a 1980s Cadillac, which wasn't the greatest thing because it kept needing jump leads just to start the damn thing. Richard Hammond ended up getting a pickup truck, and Clarkson ended up getting a 1991. He pronounced it as Chevy Camaro, but I've grown up knowing it as Camaro.
Mm-hmm.
And I think some people, Oni, I hope you're listening because they actually did a segment where they're going through, I think it's Mobile, Alabama. And the challenge is to write decorative slogans on each other's car and extra points for getting each other killed. So Hamster had written, Richard Hammond had written on his white pickup truck, "Man Love Rules." Keep in mind, they're going through a deep Christian and Republican state.
Mm-hmm.
James May has "NASCAR is rubbish," and Clarkson has "Westerns are rubbish" and "Hillary for president" on one of his. I'm like, oh, like no, that won't. And it gets to a portion where they go to fill up at a station, and the locals see what is written on their cars. And they end up getting chased by locals to a point where they're actually having rocks thrown at them, to then having to pull over, get all the slogans washed, and they're literally, racing for the border at that point. And I'm like,
oh boy, it's always a mess when you try to involve politics.
again,
No matter which side. No matter what side you pick, it's always going to be a mess nowadays.
Kind of like that meme when you had Hillary or Trump I think it was from Ace Ventura when Jim Carrey.
Oh,
was
I know that meme. Yeah.
I was like, yeah, you know, that's always reality.
Yeah.
Oh.
At that point, you just gotta pick the spear that's less penetrating.
Oh, geez.
Considering what we've been discussing this evening, that's probably not the best choice of words.
Oh my God.